and welcome back. Today is Wednesday, March 26th. I have your 3 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the page. We got a beautiful 6-game NBA slate. An interesting one to say the least. 4 games starting off pretty early in the evening. 6 o'clock between 6:30, 4 games, and we get 2 late night games here overall. The late night game on ESPN is Boston versus Phoenix. This game is going to be awesome. No Jason Tatum in this matchup. Jaylen Brown has been dealing with a minutes restriction these last few games, so if I would pivot to any Boston Celtics players in this matchup, it would probably be like Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White. They've yet to release Peyton Pritchard. I was going to do a Peyton Pritchard play, but they haven't released the lines. Come on, anyone, release those lines. But this is a massive game for the Phoenix Suns here. They are in the 10th seed. Crazy that they're the 10th seed, but they're fighting. They're even with the Dallas Mavericks because they have the season winning record. So they're 10th right now, but the Mavs are right behind them with Anthony Davis returning, and they're surprisingly playing very good defense overall. They're the 10th seed. They're right behind the Sacramento Kings, so this is a big seeding game for the Phoenix Suns. Boston is a 3-point favorite. That's what I wrote last night. I bet they're even higher now because the Celtics are still a dominant wagon no matter what, and the Suns are just not that good overall. We get Milwaukee versus Denver. This was going to be the Jokic versus Giannis matchup, Dame versus Jamal Murray, but this is just now the Jamal Murray versus Giannis matchup. No Dame, no Jokic in this matchup. Bucks, they're the 5th seed. They kind of seem like they're going to be in that 5th, 4th, and 6th range. They're right behind the Pacers here overall, and they're like a game ahead of the Pistons that are the 6th seed, so it seems like they're going to stay in that little region here overall. And then Denver, they're looking to try to go up. They're in the 3rd seed, and they're looking to hold off the Lakers here who play today. So it's a big game for the Denver Nuggets here at home. 226, 4-point favorite here on the road. Lakers versus Pacers, a very fun matchup. 235 over or under. Pacers are a 1-point favorite at home. This game's massive. Pacers, they're in the 4th seed. They're trying to keep off the Bucks. They're trying to keep that little lead. I don't think there is any way for them to jump up to that 3rd seed overall. And then this is the Lakers. This is a big game for them overall. The Western Conference, if you look at the standings, it is just like dog eat dog right there. The Lakers are currently in the 5th spot. They're trying to go up to that. They're trying to fight off the Grizzlies who are right behind them. I know they're in the 4th spot. The Lakers are in the 4th spot. They're trying to hold off the Grizzlies who are in the 5th. They're not trying to fall down to the 6th seed, and they're trying to pass Denver. They're right there. It's a massive playoff seeding game for that matchup overall. Toronto-Brooklyn, that is the ultimate tank commander game. We get the 11th seed versus the 12th seed if you're going March Madness style, or the 11th worst versus the 12th worst. That is a tank commanding game. I hope the Raptors win this game, but they're going to pull some shystiness, I bet, with minutes lineups for that whole game. Clippers, Knicks, this game's a lot of fun here overall. Clippers are on that 6th seed. They're trying to stay away from that play-in spot, so it's a big game for the Clippers here, and it shows they're a 2-point favorite here on the road. The Knicks are kind of have their 3 spot here, so they're kind of just in that zone no matter what. Here overall, 217 over under, second lowest over under on the day overall. And then we get Washington versus Philly. That is an ultimate tank commander game. The worst team in the NBA, the Wizards, versus Philly, who's been tanking with Quentin Grimes just going crazy over these last few days. That game is interesting, but I'm curious with playing time. I really wanted to take Jordan Poole in that matchup here, but it looks like he's playing less minutes than normal overall. It's getting late to that end of the season. A lot of these teams have less than 10 games, so they're trying to solidify their tanking spot here. So 2 tank-off games, Indiana versus Lakers. That's a fun ESPN matchup here overall. I got 3 plays here, absolutely love. And before we jump into today's plays, we got to recap yesterday's action. And yesterday in the NBA, I'm going 2-1 best bets overall. Evan Mobley, he took care of business. He was not messing around. Started off a little slow in the first quarter, but he took care of business. 2 massive dunks in the 4th quarter to get us that over. Jalen Green, he has been on fire. Anytime he plays Atlanta, it's an auto play overall. He was dominant overall. And then Jimmy Butler, man, all yesterday I kept saying B is for buckets. B was just for bricks, man. It was brutal watching him. He was missing a lot. He had that little moment where he was surging with points, but once the 4th quarter turned on and he did that little post fade off the glass and just clunked, it was over. Then the Warriors pulled all their starters in that game overall. 2-1 day yesterday. I'm looking for a 3-0 sweep, and let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, going to be in this Knicks-Clippers matchup. It's the other way around, though. It's Clippers-Knicks. The game's in New York, 217 over under, and the Knicks have struggled against point guards here overall. So give me James Harden, big game James, going to go over 20.5 points coming at -114. On FanDuel, he has a great matchup here on the day. The Knicks allowed the most points and the fourth most threes to the point guard position. The Knicks, these last 15 games, allowed the most points to the point guard position. And the Knicks, these last 7 games, allowed the second most points to the point guard position. So this is a great spot here overall for James Harden, who's been balling. He's gotten us over 4 for his last 5, averaging 25 points per game. With the last 5 games, getting the over 9 for his last 10 games overall, averaging 28 points per game. He's only gotten this over 1 for his last 2 against the Knicks, scoring 10 and 27. But that 27-point game was pretty recently, earlier this month. 10-point game, he was struggling behind the arc overall, but 27 points in the most recent matchup here. He was on the 7th this month. He balled out here. He has a great road, getting his over on the road, 62% hit rate on the road this season, averaging 22.2 points per game, getting the over 4 for his last 5, averaging 21.6 points per game. He's coming off of a very tough matchup. OKC, who ranks 3rd in defense against the point guard position, he only had 17 points, shot 4 for 14 from the field. Bad shooting game, hit a tough matchup today. He gets the Knicks. I think it's going to be an even better matchup because the point guards, these last 10 games have gotten there over 81% of the time against the Knicks. Yes, 81% of the time, every single point guard. Brandon Williams, 22. Marcus Smart, 17. Jordan Poole, 25. LaMelo Ball, 25. CP3 was CP, 12. Duncan Robinson, 22. Stephen Curry, 28. We took that over in that one. Scoot Henderson, 30. Malik Monk, 21. James Harden, 27. There he is. And Luka Doncic had 32 overall. I have James Harden projected at 23 points in this matchup. The Knicks, they're struggling against point guards. The most points, then the 4th most threes these last 30 games. The most points these last 15 games. The 2nd most points these last 2 games. James Harden coming off of a tough matchup, so give me big game James. Fear the beard in New York. James Harden to go over 20.5 points coming in at -114. On FanDuel, jumping into my second play of the day, going to be on that late ESPN matchup here, Boston versus Phoenix. 223 over under, Boston 3-point favorites. I think the line is 4-point favorite here. Phoenix needs this game here, and I think Kevin Durant, he has a great history of getting the over. I think Kevin Durant is going to step up big here. He's been balling out these last 3 games. He's going to continue that here in this matchup. So give me Kevin Durant to score 25-plus points coming in at -130. On FanDuel, the Boston Celtics allowed the 6th most threes to the power forward position these last 7 games. So he has a good spot here overall, and he's been balling, getting the over 3 for his last 5, averaging 28.2 points per game. With the last 3 games, him scoring 26, 42, and 38 in those last 3 games. There's no Jason Tatum in this game, so I think the Celtics are going to run that double big man lineup, and I think Kevin Durant's going to eat all day with having those slower power forward Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis. I think he's going to have a ton of driving opportunities in this game. Great history of getting the over against the Celtics. 3 for his last 4, averaging 33.7 points per game, with the last 4 him scoring 39, 31, 45, and 20 points in the most recent matchup here. Overall, 68% hit rate at home this season, averaging 28 points per game. 7 for his last 10 home games, averaging 21.1 points per game. No Bradley Beal in this game, and Kevin Durant with no Bradley Beal gets the over 59% of the time, getting the over 4 for his last 5, averaging 31 points per game with his last 4 or 5 without Bradley Beal in the lineup. Overall, 68% hit rate versus the Eastern Conference this season, averaging 28.6 points per game. Power forwards had the luck on their side against the Boston Celtics here overall. Keegan Murray got his over. Tumari Kamini, that's completely butchered. The power forward on the Portland Trailblazers, he had 19. Zaire Williams went back-to-back 15-plus point games. Jalen Wilson had 15. Yami Yaquez had 13. And John Collins had 28-plus points against the Celtics team. They've struggled with the power forward position these most recent games. I have them projected at 27-plus points, so we get a nice little 2-point cushion here overall. Kevin Durant's been balling 3 straight overs. He's going to make it 4 straight overs for us at home here. So give me Kevin Durant to score 25-plus points coming in at -130. On FanDuel, jump into my third and final play of the day. Going to be on that other early ESPN game matchup here overall. 235 over-under, 1-point spread for the leaning towards the Pacers here on ESPN. This game is a big game for both teams here overall. Pacers, they're trying to fight for that playoff seeding. The Lakers trying to hold off the rest of the Western Conference. They're holding the line here. And Tyrese Haliburton here at home, he has a great matchup here overall. So give me Tyrese Haliburton to go over 13.5 rebounds, assists, coming in -125. On DraftKings, he has a great matchup here. The Lakers allowed the 3rd most rebounds and the 7th most assists to the point guard position these last 15 games. The Lakers, these last 7 games, allowed the second most points and the most assists to the point guard position. So this is a great spot here for Haliburton, who has been better at home than he is on the road. 41% hit rate on the season, but at home gets the over 55% of the time, so great consistency overall. He's gotten this over 4 for his last 5, averaging 16.8 rebounds, assists per game. 4 for his last 5 against the Lakers, averaging 15.6 rebounds, assists. With the last 5 against the Lakers, he had 21, 14, 16, 16, and he had 11 in the most recent matchup here overall. Last 5 games here, he's been balling out as well. 13, 15, 21, 20, and then 15 in the last 3. So 4 straight overs for him overall. 8 for his last 10 overall in the regular season, averaging 16.1 rebounds, assists per game, with 12 being the fewest in the last 10 games. So a nice little solid baseline of consistency overall. 55% hit rate, like I said, at home here. PGs have had their days against the Lakers. Lake is wide open for him. That made no sense. Anthony Black had 11. Corey Joseph had 7. Josh Giddey, the MVP, had 27 rebounds, assists. Ryan Rollins? Is that right? Ryan Rollins? I don't believe that's right. Ryan Collins? I'm rolling with it. Ryan Rollins, 9. CP3 was CP 14. Devin Booker had 17. Dame Time had 16. And D'Lo had 10 rebounds, assists in that. I've been projected at 15 rebounds, assists in this game, so we get a nice 1.5 cushion on the points assist market here. The Lakers, these last 7 games, allowed the second most points and the most second most rebounds, and the most assists to the point guard position here overall. 4 for his last 5. He's going to go 5 for his last 5. So give me Tyrese Haliburton to get those rebounds, assists for us. Tyrese Haliburton to go over 13.5 rebounds, assists, coming in at minus 125 on DraftKings. And those are my 3 best bets for you in the NBA today. A fun NBA slate, to say the least. Go over the 3 plays again. Haliburton, 13.5 rebounds, assists. KD 25. James Harden over 20.5. That young OKC team. We need you, that old OKC teammates, to go at it. Should have just added Russ today on the card, just for the old big 3 to all just be on this card. The old OKC card for his here today. Fun matchup. 6 great games here. 2 primetime games are a lot of fun. Pacers, Lakers. Let me know down below. What's your favorite play in the NBA? I love tailing you guys in the comment section. It's been a lot of fun overall. End of the season's coming up here, so definitely watch out for these. A lot of tanking teams, or even teams that are kind of in it and don't need it, like the Celtics and OKC. Those Celtics, OKC, Cavs, they all kind of solidified a lot of their spots. So definitely watch out. We're at that time of the year where it gets a little dicey with this injury news, so definitely stay on top of it. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.